Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Food Therapy. Before we begin, a quick channel update. As you may have noticed, the change in the name of the channel. The reason for that being that I wanted to give the channel its own identity, separate from me. Why this name? Well, I think eating food is a very therapeutic experience. So no matter what one's personal, professional problems are, when they're eating food, that time, nothing else matters, and they're very, very engrossed in that meal. At least that's the case for me. Why this name? Well, frankly, I have this name on my Zomato handle now for more than 5 years. I'll link that in the description below. So so I didn't coin it overnight. With that being said, let's jump straight into the review. Now, the pizza you see on my left, which is this one, is actually, it's a margherita pizza with extra cheese. So the margherita Domino's typically prices at 99 rupees for a regular pizza. This is a margherita with extra cheese, so 50 rupees extra. What you see on the right is Domino's double cheese pizza, for which the regular one costs 189 rupees. Now, for the life of me, I've never understood why the double cheese is almost double the price of a typical margherita. So I thought this would make an interesting comparison to see how different are these pizzas. The double cheese is still around 50 rupees more expensive than the margherita with extra cheese. So is it really worth it? That's the question. So we did actually get these oregano and chili flakes, as you can see in the back end. A lot of people ask me at times why I don't add them. Well, they are taste enhancers, and I feel one should first taste what the real thing what it really tastes like without adding any enhancements. So I'm going to start with the margherita with extra cheese. It's a nice and weighty piece. I like that. Unfortunately for cheese pizzas, we typically don't have any visual methods of distinguishing as to whether we got what we paid for. So we're going to rely on the weight, and we're going to rely on our taste buds, because the taste buds don't lie. So I'm going to get into this, and I'll tell you how it tastes. You know, it's nice and cheesy. The crust, it's nicely baked. The dough is nicely baked. It's crispy, and it's quite cheesy. Definitely more cheese than the typical bare bones ones that a Domino's Margherita comes with. So this is nice and cheesy, and that's something I really like about it. First off, and it's baked really well. If I give you a little weight for reference, that the weight balance is done pretty well, and you can feel like there's something extra added on this, more than what you would typically pay for. So I like this pizza, but while I still have the taste of this in my mouth, I want to jump very quickly onto this to see, well, it's a little heavier actually than the last one. So I'm very intrigued by that. This is the double cheese, and it's a little heavier than the margherita with extra cheese. So let's just get into this, and I'll tell you how it is. You know, they taste exactly the same. This one just gives out maybe a 5 to 10% more taste of cheese, or the feel of cheese, just about 10% more. They look the same, they taste the same, as do, typically cheese pizzas, but it just feels 5 to 10% cheesier, more cheesier than that. And that's saying a lot for something that's priced almost 20% more expensive, to just have slightly 5 to 10% more cheese. And a majority of the people who actually want more cheese in a margherita would just order this pizza rather than doing the combination that I did. So this is, I'm sure, a money-making experience for Domino's. But I'm going to take one more bite of this, because I just want to get a little more clarity. Yeah, it's about a little bit cheesier than this. But if you ask me, in terms of a sheer value perspective, I'd just order this, because the difference is so minuscule that I don't see any point of this at all. This is fine. If I had the money, if I wanted to spend 200 bucks, I would take this margherita, load it up with extra cheese, and add in another topping of my choice, like paneer tikka or chicken tikka or something, and really savor that experience. I don't really see any point of this at all. This makes this redundant. And do note, these come in at almost half the price of, at least this comes in at almost half the price of your standard cheese Dominator, which is of course another league altogether. But I think the presence of this pizza and the presence of maybe even the cheese Dominator at about $100 more than this makes the double cheese pizza priced at 200 rupees extremely redundant. In terms of FT scores, we're going to go with a solid 8.5 on 10 for this, and a not so solid 6.5 on 10 for this. So thank you all for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you in the next one, and I hope you like the name of the new channel. Thank you very much.